Hey guys, so I haven't made a video in a while. To make a very long story short, do you remember a couple of vlogs ago I had mentioned that my health was kind of at a standstill because I was trying to get my health insurance and all that figured out, and I thought I had figured it out, and I did for like a minute. Literally, I had my insurance transfer over to where I'm currently living, and everything was good. I was gonna start making appointments and whatnot, and then I get a letter in the mail saying that my insurance had been canceled and not to go to my appointment because if I did, I more than likely was gonna end up being charged. It wasn't a for sure thing. I didn't want to risk it because I don't want to deal with the hospital bill, doctor bills. I don't want to deal with them. For those of you that don't know, I get my health insurance through the state, so everything is covered through the state. So me having to go to the doctor and having to pay for it is not exactly something I can manage. So I didn't go to my doctor's appointments. So I called to see what was going on with that. And basically what happened was, and this is gonna sound really dumb, but what happened was I moved from one county to another. And basically all I did was move back to the county that I was previously in. That's all I did. I went from one county to another back to the one that I was originally in. It's not that complicated. I really just went back and forth. That's it. I didn't go from one county to another to another. I didn't do that. I went from one county to my dad's county back to where I originally was from, like the county I was originally living in. Somehow that managed to screw up my health insurance. There was a glitch or something happened to where one minute I had health insurance and next I didn't. And so I called the county to see what was going on with that, and they told me that since I was approved for my SSI when I was living with my dad, technically that switched over the way that I received my health insurance. I was receiving it solely based off me having to meet the requirements for state insurance. And then once I was approved for SSI, it went from the state being in charge of that to SSI being in charge of it. So basically with that, the switch messed up the whole thing with my insurance. The switch basically didn't register with the state pretty much. It went from it being solely based off of the state to SSI being in charge, and since that didn't switch over properly, the state took it as I just don't have health insurance, when in reality I did. It's just that it didn't register. So I could have went to my appointment and I wouldn't have been charged because I still had insurance. It's just since it didn't register with the state and no one can really give me a straight answer, I didn't go to my appointment. So by the time I found that out, it was kind of a little too late to go to my doctor's appointment because my ID, my state ID expired. So since this is a new doctor, I can't just walk in without my ID because they need to scan it. And since my ID is expired, I can't go in right now. And I've already paid my fee and everything. I'm just waiting for it to come in the mail. It's just taking really long. But yeah, as of right now, I don't have a way of going to the doctor. because I have health insurance, but now my other issue is my ID is expired. So first it was my ID was fine. It's just I technically thought I didn't have health insurance when I did, and they just couldn't give me a straight answer whether or not I did have it. And now my ID is expired, so yeah. And to make matters worse, since the reason I was trying to get into the doctor so desperately and trying to get all of this situated, and the reason I made my appointment as quickly as I found out that I had health insurance was because I was running low on medical supplies. You guys already saw that I used 2 options for my pull-ups. So right now I am solely using the ones that I buy out of pocket. I don't have any more of the other ones. Those are gone. I am basically out of prescription medication, and although I have mentioned in the past that I don't really take them, I don't. My anti-anxiety I haven't taken in I don't know how long, but with the season changing, my pain levels kind of increase. Not by a lot. Sometimes it does happen by a lot, especially when it's like super hot or like super cold. My pain levels are really bad to the point where I sometimes cannot get out of bed. Like the most I can do is lay there. So I don't have any more of those medications, and right now that's why, like, if you see the camera moving, it's because I'm switching arms because my shoulders and my neck, like the back of my neck, are hurting, and I don't have any more pain medication. I can get over-the-counter ibuprofen, and I have, but they give me a prescription for nerve pain, which is what causes my pain because I have nerve damage. So I don't have any more of that. I don't have any more catheters. I have 0 catheters. None. Which is a really big concern for me because in 2016 I was in the hospital for 2 weeks due to having sepsis, and that was caused through a UTI. And that UTI happened more so because of the fact that I suck at drinking water, but it also happened because I have a neurogenic bladder, which basically means that my bladder does not completely empty itself out on its own. I need the help of a catheter to completely do that. So since I don't have catheters right now, my bladder is prone to getting a UTI again due to the built-up bacteria in my urine, and that's really yeah, it's in the back of my mind literally all day, like every day. It's not a day that I don't think about it because of the fact that I literally became septic because of it in 2016, and I don't want it to happen again, because out of all of my hospitalizations, my surgeries, everything that I've gone through, I think that probably was the scariest for me. And I don't know if it's just because it happened as an adult and I remember it, because I don't really remember a lot of my hospitalizations from a kid, but I remember how quickly it progressed, how sick I got, and it scares me that it could happen again. And from what the doctors told me when I did have it, the sepsis in my system is, once it happens, it's easier for it to happen again. And that's what scares me. And that's why, like, I'm constantly like thinking about it, like trying to think of ways to like make sure it doesn't happen as quickly. And I'm drinking more liquids and stuff like that. I'm taking vitamins and trying to make sure I don't get sick, because technically I have health insurance, like I said. My ID is just the issue right now, so once I get my ID, hopefully I can get back into the doctors. But as of right now, the last time I went to see a doctor for anything. I was living with my mom. I didn't see a doctor when I was living with my dad, because from where he was living to where the my doctor that they had assigned to me was like a 30-40 minute drive. So I didn't go. That was just too far for me. And then and honestly, it's not even just that. It's because of the fact that by the time I got my insurance over there, I was already looking for a place to live over here. And by the time I had made my appointment over there, I did make an appointment just to see exactly what I could do to get there, whether that be Uber or whatever. And then once I found out that I could actually get there for free, I figured why not. But by the time I made my appointment and the day of came, me and Ray had already found a place to live. So I was just kind of stuck in one of those, what's the point in going to see this doctor if I'm gonna have to move and start over with another doctor? I just didn't see the point, so I never went to that one. So I haven't gone in over a year to a doctor, and I need to be seen. So yeah, that's my update as of right now as to why I haven't been on here. And I know it sounds like an excuse, but it really isn't. It's just I have a lot on my mind with not being able to see a doctor right now, and yeah. So as soon as I get another update, I'll get back on here and let you guys know what's going on. But as of right now, that's what's going on. So yeah. Anyways, I'll see you guys next time. And as always, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and like this video, and I'll see you guys next time.